JDs and Littlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Omega Podcast, where we discuss ancient warriors and mythology gods from cultures alike. So, of course, we have the usual guests on the channel. We have Louie. We obviously have
Mike.
Max. Can't forget Max.
Dude, you obviously
And
can't
unfortunately, Little T is incredibly sick right now, is what he said. So unfortunately, he will not be on the podcast today. But thankfully, we do have Remy to replace him. Say hello to the camera.
Hello.
All right, now that we got that squared away, today's topic on the podcast, we have two female figures from different continents, Europe and Asia, respectively.
I see.
We have Demeter from
Demeter, that's a good
ancient
one, man.
Greek mythology. And we have a lesser-known female warrior who is named Zenobia.
Wow, man, she sounds tough.
Who ruled what was ancient day.
Of course I did. Sounds very interesting, mate. Would you like to continue? We can give our own thoughts on it.
Well, yeah, of course, Louis. So I selected Demeter for today's topic because, she represents a lot. She represents fertility,
right? Yeah.
What brought us here, agriculture.
Yes, I knew it.
And she also represents harvesting, so she's basically a figure of life.
She's like the earth.
And I selected Zenobia because she's a strong figure in modern-day Syrian culture.
Oh, Syria again.
She's also a very great figure in revolutions. We will get into this later. And that's basically it for the intro. Let's get into the real meat. Bro, you can hear.
That's so cool. But dude, how do you even what significance do it even have, dude?
Bloody hell, he laughs too much, man.
Oh, Max, you laugh way too much, but I'm glad you asked. So, Demeter's significance to Greek culture comes from her, being the sole figure of agriculture, harvesting, and fertility.
Oh, I think
and she's also responsible for the 4 seasons. This was because her daughter got kidnapped. Blah, 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 blah. She also relates to this girl through her influence of religion. She also dictated the seasons, of course.
Very up cold in here,
and she defined social laws for women.
It's on here in Australia, mate.
She is also revered as the goddess of the sacred law. It's one that suggests a profound connection with agriculture. And finally, she is solely responsible for the cycle of death. And bro, get serious.
I apologize, mate. That would be my fun outburst.
Thank you. All right, back to where I was. Oh yeah, this is as seen during the seasons. So, for example, winter is death and spring is rebirth.
Oh, that's why my plants keep dying. I gotta keep them inside, mate.
I don't think that's how it works.
No.
Okay.
No.
But let's go on to appearance. So Demeter was described as a mature woman, obviously beautiful. She had golden hair. It was often styled with wheat, and she wore a green or sometimes a golden robe that symbolizes the harvest. And this is what she looks like. This is a picture of her right now.
Dude,
she's
very
so
beautiful
fine.
woman.
Very, very kind, beautiful woman. Okay, sorry. Can we do a one at a time, please? Sorry. So, to wrap up Demeter's part for now, we're talking about what kind of person she was. She was very, very overprotective. She's kind of like a helicopter mom.
Oh, really? So, wait, question. Did she abuse her power?
No, she still abused her power.
Oh, man, them Greek gods ain't nothing.
Bro, don't say that. We're gonna be forced to get our skin grinded up or something, mate. The scars are gonna turn red. You just doomed us all.
Okay. We're pushing way too far off topic. All right.
You want mine?
Where was I? All right. So now on to Zenobia, who looked like this.
Hey, dude, she looks scary.
If I'm out of that feeling too, mate, like she's gonna execute me or something.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I explained this in the intro earlier. She ruled
about the
over a city in ancient days, Syria, which I'm not the best at pronunciations, Palmyra, during 267 AD. Bro. Laugh it up.
Continue.
Anyways, she ruled from that date to
Mate, stop holding up. What
272 AD.
Dude, that's crazy.
I think we could start off first with the, obvious elephant in the room. How does she relate to her role? So it basically derives from her reign over Palmyra.
Of course.
Zenobia, played a significant role in Syrian culture from her cultivation of a multicultural and sophisticated court.
We're using big boy words.
She also relates to this through her legitimization of her rule, while also fostering an environment of religious tolerance and intellectual activity. Zenobia is also a powerful figure in revolutions. This is a Joe Rogan's podcast, gang.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying to stretch you now.
Yeah, I get that, but we're getting off topic, bro. Bro, I get you're trying to stretch, but it's low-key distracting. If you could just keep it quiet.
All right, man. I'll try to keep it as quiet as I can, mate.
Dude. Dude, think he's gonna crush out.
Giving her defiance to Rome and Roman conventions. And finally,
What,
she
dude?
would let me speak. She brought a challenge to rule and asserted power over Rome, and even created an army to rival them. She must have been quite formidable. I wouldn't want to run against her. Yeah, with these personality traits that are about to come up, I don't think anybody would. But basically, her characteristics included political astuteness.
Oh, you're using big boy words, man.
Yeah, shut up. Endurance,
man, you just got told to shut
ambition,
up.
and defiance.
Dude, what else, man?
And
Come on, spit it out.
now that we are done with Zenobia, actually,
Oh.
we are going to
I didn't know you were
rate
done,
their
dude.
similarities
Oh, we're
and
done with her
differences.
already, mate.
So apparently JD can find any pictures. So I'm just going to have to use that as a placeholder.
It's funny.
So, discussing the differences between the two. So their similarities, sorry,
It's okay. Maybe
are actually very loose. However, they are still evident.
Girl.
So the similarities are
Mac,
the
shut
rejection
up,
of
mate.
conventions
He's trying to speak.
and their defiance, albeit Demeter's defiance was mainly indirect.
Oh, so she didn't want to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So wait a minute, Mike. Is that it for the
And
similarities?
that's actually it for the similarities. That they don't have a lot in common, actually. You were right. That it is done. We are done. We are moving on to the
probably
differences.
both like
There is a
pizza.
lot of differences. But we're only going to focus on 3. This podcast is already way too long.
It's only like 10 minutes, mate.
Louis, you sound kind of tired. I already know you want to go home as well. So let's get it wrapped up and squared away. So I'm starting off first, with the obvious elephant in the room. The relevance periods. So Demeter was from, I want to say, 1,400
this guy, mate.
BC to
Yeah.
1,200 BC. And obviously we explained earlier that Zenobia was from 267 to oh my gosh, you guys are like unintelligent.
I'm actually the only unintelligent one here, mate.
6, 7.
Sorry, getting off topic.
Oh my gosh, Max is still going.
She the end of her reign was at 272 AD. So moving on to the more bigger differences.
Okay,
So we have maternal motivation, impact of wrath, and restoration
Of what?
of balance. So starting with the restoration of balance. So although Zenobia was quite powerful, her story did end in defeat. Her empire was destroyed, and
Oh, darn,
she
mate.
had to she was forced to reconcile with Roman authority.
Well,
And
that
for
sucks.
Demeter, the Earth's balance was restored only after a compromise was reached.
Keep going.
So she would spend a year with her daughter
I think I know this. She also spent.
and rest in the underworld. So this created the
she was in the
seasons.
underworld. So you're telling me, mate, that I gotta beg in the Aussie sun all day because She got her daughter kidnapped. That seems a little unfair.
You guys are always baking in the Aussie sun. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, we don't have a sun up here in England, mate. It's just a very grey skies, mate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Pretty nice out here in Philly.
Moving on. The impact of wrath. So Zenobia's rebellious actions led to Palmyra's defeat. Obviously, the historical resources describe different and possibly are biased. The accounts of her fate, and they also emphasize her vulnerability.
Isn't it vulnerability?
Sorry, I'm not very pronouncing on words today. Sorry.
It's okay, mate. We all does days. We just can't pronounce anything, mate. It's fine. Just continue.
You know what? Thank you, Lou. You're like the only sensible person here. Okay.
Dude, what about
anyways, no, Max, you're stupid. But anyways, so for Demeter, her grief was so powerful that it caused a famine that halted the seasons and also threatened all life on Earth, and it forced Zeus to intervene. Now, finally, we have maternal motivation. Really? I forgot about Zenobia. I'll start with Demeter first because I did forget a little bit about Zenobia's. So, Demeter's entire motivation for inflicting famine, stemmed from grief over her daughter, right? Her abduction. And so her actions were a direct consequence, of her pain. And Zenobia's power was essentially asserted. She was regent, acting on behalf of her son after her husband died. Yo, Remy, I told you about this soundboard, bro.
Man. Look, I'm just trying to lighten the mood, mate. It's a bit boring, when you're talking about big hunky men on this podcast all day,
okay,
mate.
we're talking about women. So you're wrong on that part.
Whatever. You're wasting time.
She acted on regent behalf of her son after her husband died. Blah, blah, blah. There.
These idiots, dude.
No, dude. I have 200 IQ.
I don't know about that one, Max. You might want to consult the experts. Mate. Yeah, mate. I don't think you're really that smart, mate.
No, Max. You are stupid. You are room temperature IQ, if barely. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Max.
No, dude. It's okay, man. Genius does not concern himself.
Oh boy, man, I think he's lost his train of thought.
Yeah, moving on. You guys wasted way too much time. Anyways,
yeah, how does she connect
to end off this podcast finally?
Yeah, the culture.
We have their connections.
What is their connections
I'm a genius. Modern day culture. So Demeter connects with modern day Greek culture. She. Because she is like feminism. A symbolism for growth and rebirth and endurance, and also feminist interpretations. That's why I messed up on. I said the feminism for that reason.
Yeah, the symbolism.
Yeah, laugh it up. Zenobia connects with modern day Syrian culture.
Through what?
And all that because she represents an era of, oh boy,
here he goes.
Sovereignty and strength.
Well, that was actually a good one, mate.
And that is it for the podcast. Any questions from our guest
finally,
today?
mate. Yeah, over here, mate.
Yeah, Louis, what's up?
So, like, who do you think will win in a fight, mate?
Gang, is it not obvious? You're comparing a queen to a goddess. Anything else?
What the?
Any other comments?
Yeah, man, I'm actually getting a call from a little T-man.
You are?
What's his name, right?
Answer.
Hey, yo, bro. They got me pushing the boulder up the hill.
Wait, what? Dude, I thought you said you were sick.
Oh, yeah, little T-man. What are you talking about, actually?
No, man. I was talking that smack to Hades. I said he a little wimp, couldn't handle a huff of the gas. And now he got me pushing the boulder up the hill. I need help.
Bro, he got the Sisyphus punch. Little T-man, I don't think we can help you, dude. I'm sorry.
Bro, what you mean you can't help? Bruh. Oh, yeah, on top of that, I made fun of Poseidon. I spat on his tronic. I said, man, you ain't nothing. You a little boy for real. Probably can't even take a huff of the galaxy gas. And now he messing up the oceans, man. He causing hurricanes. He causing rain.
Bro, is he good? I think he's coming back. That him? He got his iPhone.
Little T, man, there's nothing we can do. Let me hang up the phone. Okay, well, that marks the end of this episode for the Omega Podcast. We'd like to thank our dead guest for coming on today, and have a nice day. Stay tuned for the next one.